If you're in the Minecraft community, I'm sure you've seen or at least heard of speedrunning Minecraft, where you have speedrunners completing the game in unreal times, with the current world record being 6 minutes and 50 seconds in 1.16.1, which is the ideal version for speedrunning Minecraft. But with all these unique skills and tech needed to become a speedrunner, what does the actual process look like in becoming one? Is it easy, or does it take a lot of time? I set to test this out by beginning my speedrun journey, and over a few days, I wanted to show what my progress was like and the difficulties that came with it. Now, most of my knowledge came from using a guide by Curryway, a big Minecraft streamer who's beaten the game thousands of times. So if you're interested in getting into speedrunning and don't know where to start, I'll have a link in the description for it. And no, I'm not sponsored. I would like some money, however, but no, I'm not sponsored. With that out of the way, here's my process of becoming a Minecraft speedrunner. So the first thing I started off with was portal practice. So yeah, I'm just going to be going over all the little things that I've gone through so far. Whether everything I say is going to be completely accurate, probably not, I'm not going to lie. It's probably going to be a lot of misinformation, but I'm just going to be saying what I learned and what I think I'm supposed to be doing. And yeah, I'm just going to go over everything so far. We're going to start off with portals. So the only two portals I practiced were the 1 block and the 2 block deep ones. I didn't practice any of the other ones like the L shape or anything or magma. I'm kind of trying to get through this a bit quicker. Like I don't even know why I went into here. I wasn't going to do that. But this is like my first like recorded try, not my first time ever doing this. I think I practiced a few times before this, and then this is the first time I recorded it. So we go up and okay, nice. Good job, Conversity. You're very good at this. Just pouring your water into the lava. This time I actually get it. I fall into the water, so that just takes way too much time. And I'm kind of confused right now. I'm not really sure what to do. I'm gonna do it very fast. I take the water, finally place it. We're already 20 seconds in, so that's not very good, but you know, I'm starting to get the hang of it right here. This is pretty fast. Drain it, yeah. You have to just remember to drain it. There you go. No, oh, don't burn yourself. Okay, nice. 33 seconds. That was the first try. I'm probably just gonna go over like my first few attempts, and then just go to how I am right now. One of my main problems with doing this was like, you see right there, I'm just like misplacing blocks, or like I'm just not placing it all. That's what happens to me a lot, even still now. Like I just place blocks in the wrong spot, or I just miss the placements in general. So that really just cost me so much time. Like one thing I do when I'm pillaring the cobblestone, I now like push myself up directly into the block so that I can just easily place it, like because like I'm missing these placements right there. And I might just show like an example. I'll be honest. I think I'm gonna show an example of what I do right now. Okay, so we're here in the MCSR practice map, and as you can see, my PB for 2 deep is 17, and for 1 deep it's 15. So typically I'll just go. Yep, see, that's the problem. I often just place it too deep into the water. Okay. Let's just get an actual try. Like this, and then I'll 1, 2, 3. So instead of having to aim, I can just jump up the block and easily place it. This is my first time doing it today, so I don't think I'm going to be very good. Oh no. Oh, and I just messed it up. Yeah, definitely still need some more practice. Like, I'm washed. Oh no. One day without practicing and I'm cooked. One day without practicing and I'm cooked. And after a little bit of practice, I got like a 22 minute PB, 22 second PB, and then decided to move on to the 1 deep one, which is honestly pretty easy, or at least you can do it faster, or at least that's how I feel. You can do it faster. Get your block, place the water, bridge up. Yep, I'm just doing it completely wrong, but It's fine. Place your water here. Just go about normally with your lava. Take the water, break 2 blocks, then place the water back. Nope, what are you doing? Yep, that is not what you're supposed to be doing. That is the exact wrong thing. And like I was trying to go for the fastest times I can possible. So like you'll see if I misplace a block, I will immediately restart because that's already taking up time. Like it right there, immediate restart, doesn't matter. I could break it, but yeah, that happens a lot too. So what happens is you're supposed to take the water, you place it down there, break the 2 blocks, and then you put your water down here. Then you take the bucket and then you go into your portal. Pretty simple. You leave the water down there because you're gonna want to use it to place your lava again, so you can make the obsidian. Because in the 1 block 1, the obsidian won't be automatically there when you immediately start bridging out to make your portal. Originally going into this, I was going to say like this is the easiest part of the speedrunning process. That was a lie. Like literally a few minutes ago, I tried doing it and I was terrible. Like I feel like I was doing better with the Bastion navigation than this. Like the amount of times I'll place blocks and just place them in the wrong place like that, and that already takes up so much time. But yeah, you can see me getting a lot better at just doing this a lot more quicker than before, where I was a lot more hesitant and much more slow at doing this. One thing I'm not that good at though is like the draining. Like I'm pretty sure you're able to, not pretty sure, you're able to drain slower. Yeah, that's just a terrible attempt. But either way, I ended up finishing up with like a pretty decent PB. I'm not sure what the average one is for a speedrunner, but I felt pretty good. It was around like a 15 or 16. Right now I have what do I have right now? Right now for the 1 deep it's a 1540, and the 2 deep is a, I think 14 something. Yeah, it's 1495, which is just right on the dot of 15. Now moving on to the next thing, I went to village practice, specifically Plains villages. I didn't really practice the other ones as of right now. I'm just trying to get through the main speedrunning tech, and then I'll look through the like more niche things that I need to understand. But right now, I'm just practicing with Plain villages because like they're the more simple ones out of speedrunning. So the goal of Plain villages is pretty simple, or it just depends on whether you have a blacksmith or not. I believe you want 7 iron. And, you know, typically I did cases in which I just did not have a blacksmith. So, you'd mine 3 pieces of wood, craft that into some logs, create a crafting table, and you're going to want more sticks than that. I think you're going to want 6, not 6, 8. Then you're going to go find a golem. And I'm just explaining what I learned. So there's definitely like different ways to approach villages probably, but this is the way I learned. Bridge up and then use the crafting table. You see right here the golem gets up on that block. I probably could have picked a better place than that, but craft a sword and get some iron. And then I'm pretty sure the golem can drop between 3 to 5 iron. If it drops more than 3, that's more preferable. You want to be able to craft a pickaxe and be able to craft your flint and steel, as well as a bucket by the end of this. Well, no, there's a different way to get a bucket. And so you go get 6 cobblestone, craft an axe and a hoe. One thing I definitely need to work on is my mechanics, because I'm just a bit too slow both crafting and hotbar changing. Like very slow hotbar changing, especially even like looting chests is pretty bad. Then you're going to grab like a decent amount of logs. You want them as blocks for when you go into the nether. But you also want to be able to make we're going to see in a sec, I forgot what it's called. But you're going to want to get like 11 to like 16 or something. So I get 14 here, craft that into planks. You want to get slabs, and you're going to craft that into a composter. And you're going to be able to use that composter to, what's it called? You're gonna get a composter, and you're gonna craft a barrel. So the barrel's gonna be for the fisherman, and the composter's gonna be for the farmer. Then you're gonna grab a hoe, and you can use your hoe to get a bunch of hay bales, which you're gonna turn into bread. Some of them into bread, and I'd say you want to spend like more of them on wheat, At least I think you need 64 wheat. So I craft a decent amount of this into bread, and I leave the rest as wheat because you're going to trade that to the farmer in order to gain 3 emeralds. 64 wheat's enough for exactly three emeralds from the farmer. So find the farmer. There's already a farmer, so I didn't even need to do that. But I get my 3 emeralds, and now I need to get a fisherman. So I have my barrel over here, and the goal of me doing this is my first run, is I'm going for at least under 5 minutes. I don't think in this one I succeeded in doing that, and I was like very slow. Like my fastest one, by this time I'd already be looking for like gravel, I think. But here I was like looking for villagers, and that was taking way too long. Like I just could not find any. And like the one that I had just seen, like I was trying to remove his job, and then I lost him. So I break this, and we're already at the 4-minute mark. So that's already taking too much time. Finally find one barrel, trade for the bucket of cod, which is exactly 3 emeralds that you got from the fish, the farmer. And now you're gonna want to. Well, here I just craft some stone tools. I get a shovel. What was I doing? Yeah, stone shovel. Last thing you need to do is find some gravel. I enjoy hearing the train. I'm not sure if I'm gonna move this. Yeah, I might just mute this part. It's literally a train. But yeah, I'm quickly looking for the gravel. I can't find any, and the 5 minutes is already about to be up. Finally find some, I think, yep, right here, but 5 minutes is already up. You're gonna want to be out preferably before 5 minutes are out, at the latest. Like definitely people can do this in like 2-3 minutes probably. So I still don't have it, so I just spam getting gravel. My luck's absolutely terrible. But yeah, you're gonna want an iron pickaxe, some flint and steel, and a bucket, which I do get in about 5 minutes and 25 seconds. Because you're gonna want the iron pickaxe for mining the gold blocks at the bastions, and for just getting quick netherrack. Of course, the water bucket for creating your portal, and the flint and steel for lighting the portal. And my fastest time, let's see, because I honestly did not practice this much. Like I feel like I got used to it pretty quickly. Like the video's not very long. So right there, and I have my flint and steel. So that's in 4 minutes and basically 30 seconds, which was, yeah, I think I was pretty satisfied with that, which is why I didn't pursue it much longer. I immediately went to the next part of the speedrunning tutorial. I'm actually interested in how fast I could do it if I do it right now. And so we have a village spawn here. This is also where I learned how to use the pie chart, just to see if there's a furnace, but there's no furnace, so that means there's no, what's it called? There's no blacksmith here, because if there's a blacksmith, I most likely would not need to do the trades at all. Mine 3 wood, get that into planks, get this, find the golem. Where you at, golem? Where you at? Here you are. Let's not get killed. I'm already going too far away, but craft some this and hope that he drops more than 3. I'll put some lag. 5, perfect. I'm gonna craft a pickaxe. The mechanics are lacking, and I wonder if breaking this probably takes some time. You probably don't need to. I'm gonna grab my stone, grab my tools. 1, 2, 3, and immediately get some hay. Some over here. There's not that much though. It's not that much, but it's fine. Oh, nope. Remember to need to get some wood. Why am I breaking that with a hoe? That's not what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't remember the last time I practiced this, so I'm a little bit rusty. Composter. Give me the trades, give me the trades. Someone come here. Come on, come on. Oh, just take the job. Just take the job. Okay. Please, someone take the job. Come on, give me good trades, please. Bro, I only want one thing from you. I want one thing from you. One thing and one thing only. Come on. Bro, the luck. Why? Why do villagers act like this? Why do you act like this? I give you everything you need. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh my gosh, bro. Why are you the one pathfinding to it? And you're not even gonna... Okay. Okay. Let's see. Can we get it done in a minute? Can we get it done? Gravel, please. Is there a cave? Should be somewhere here. There we go. I love my luck. Oh my gosh. Why? Why must we be like this? Why? What is my luck? What is my luck? Thank you, Minecraft. Thank you. Thank you, Minecraft. Thank you for the luck. Thank you for the luck. Are we like serious right now? Are we serious right now? There we go. There we go. There we go. And now I'm done. That took 6 minutes. That's not very good, as you can see. That's not very good. To be fair, my rates were terrible, but I also did not perform the best at the start. Mechanics were lacking. I was forgetting some stuff. Yeah, that's the thing about speedrun. There's a lot of stuff you got to remember. There's so many things you have to remember. So the next thing I went to learn is E-ray, which is basically scanning the entities in the nether to find, you know, typically the bastion. So the way I practice is making a portal in creative, and what I typically would do to just, you know, of course, make sure to have this open, and I'm gonna look at the E part, which is at around the top left, and as soon as I get into the nether, I'm gonna pause my game, turn my FFV down, and the E is gonna be at about 0, and it's slowly gonna rise. I believe the 0 is how many are in the chunk that I'm fate. I'm not gonna explain it, bro. This is not for me to explain. I'm not here to teach people. I'm just here to show what I do. But we're gonna have that down and wait for it. It's gonna go up, but I have to scan, and like I usually look for like the 30 to 40 range. Though I don't really see it. I see 30 over here, 30 right here. And so that could mean, yeah, so 39, 40, that could mean that a bastion's in this direction. So I'm gonna try this again. Straight in, pause, FOV, see if there's a spike, and I already fell into lava. And I'm gonna scan, oh, 40, 40, 45. That seems like one, and I think you can, like, by changing your render distance, you can kind of tell how far away it is. Like the number's going down as I remove it. And if I increase my render distance, this is a decent amount of chunks away. Well, a decent, not, yeah. As I increase my render distance, the number goes up. I'll be honest, explaining this is just beyond me. I'll be honest, like, I'm still trying to figure out how this entire thing works. And even like, I definitely struggle to actually just find the bastion still, so I think this is definitely the ones I need to practice on, because like, a lot of times I'll scan, I'll go into spectator, go in that direction, and I would just not find a bastion. So I think there's definitely more reading into it that I need to do, because sometimes I'll just straight up miss it. The next thing I learned was Pyray, which is used to find the nether fortress. You'll be using the pie chart in order to find the spawner. That's typically the entity you're going to want to be looking for. But it can also be a magma cube spawner, which is in a bastion, so you have to be wary of that as well. Which is why I think what's it called? E-ray can help with that, because you with the nether fortress, the mobs don't spawn with the fortress, they spawn over time, I think. And with the bastions, the pigs and everything, all those entities, they spawn with the bastion, so they're already in the world. So that the entity distance, the entities will be different. So maybe like if you have like a pretty low one, but it's in that direction. You'll be able to find the fortress. I don't know. I'm not the one. I'm just saying what I think from my understanding. So you'd open the chunk borders, open your pie chart, and what you're going to want to do is just give me a moment. There's a train coming. Why do you have to be like this? Why? Okay, so typically you want to be at the corner of like a chunk so that you'll be able to walk into each and every one of these. Like you'll be able to just do that, and you can see it's switching the chunks. And so you're gonna want to reduce your render distance as slow as possible. Well, not slow. And you're gonna refresh by holding Shift and F3 so that there's nothing. It only says unspecified. And now you're gonna want to increase until you get a spawner. Up in the spawner, I got it at 11, and so you're gonna want to go 4 below that, and then you're gonna refresh, and it won't be there, and then you're gonna want to go 3 up, so that you won't detect the spawner yet. But if you walk into that a specific chunk, let's see. So we're gonna try to walk into this one, and we're up right there. In this direction, there should be a fortress, and you can tell that by so it was 17. I got a render distance of 17, so it's about 17 chunks in this direction. I believe I'm explaining that correctly. But looking at the chunks up in the middle left, it's in the positive negative chunk. At least that you'll know it's in the positive negative chunk. So in about 17 chunks forward, and we can just try going straight forward. Somewhere in this direction, there should be another fortress. Right here, and here you go. Right here. The fortress is right here. And yeah, this one I can understand. This one I can understand pretty easily. But like Pyre, I definitely, not Pyre. E-Ray, I definitely, I'm just not good at. The amount of times I'll go into the nether, try to do it, think I have something, and I find nothing. But like E-Ray, I understand that much more better. I mean, not Pyre. I got remember the difference between them. This could also potentially, lead you to a, what's it called? Yeah, a bastion. So you have to make sure you keep that in mind when looking. Like even when I zoom into this direction, the entities are pretty low, so it's likely not a bastion. So that's how I know it's a fortress instead of being a bastion. If I'm saying that correctly, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about a lot of things, but I'm learning. It's fine. I've only been doing this for like 3 days so far, and it's been pretty great. So now we're gonna get into the last thing I've practiced so far, which is the treasure bastion. This is the only bastion I've practiced so far. What am I doing here? Oh yeah, it wasn't giving me my loadout. But yeah, I start off with a few basic stuff: pickaxe, axe, shovel, and some blocks, lava, and a boat. And I first went through this right on the bastion in creative. So typically you want to bridge up here, but you see I already messed up right there and not going straight up. And this is the beginner route that I was practicing. You're going to want to place 2 blocks there so that the piglins can't hit you. Break this. And I'm still not fully sure, but you want to block that up. And I'm still like trying to remember what it was that I'm supposed to do, but you want to block right here. Break the block. Place your crafting table, which you want to place your crafting table right there, and then craft a helmet. So here's one of my more official. This is one of my first tries. Break the block. They're coming over here. Jump and messed up already. Didn't place the block, and here they are. They're already up here. I did stop them, however, so I can break the gold right here. Think about speedrunning. You have to be like really fast, and like I'm just trying to my brain's just trying to think, what am I supposed to be doing? What am I supposed to be doing? So I'm not able to react fast enough. Like by now I should already be leaving this part. I might as well just put into practice and show you what I typically do. So we start, bridge up, block here, Oh, and they already hit me right there. You gotta be careful with that. Break this. Turn into gold. Place your crafting table. Craft a helmet. Then you can get your gold. Drop some to distract them. You want to go up here. Break this block, which will allow them to get up, I believe. I believe it's that one. Then you want to go break this one. And now that you're here, you can block this up so that they can't get to you if there's any mad piglins. And then you can break this because you want to connect the two ramparts together. Then you'll be over here. Typically, if there's any over here, you can just drop gold so they can get away. Move and then place one here so you can create a 1x1 for the pigs to sit in. I just fell into it, so that's not very good. And then now you have your spot for trading. So you can just drop one into there. And you're going to want to break this one. Get some gold. Craft it into some... You're going to get the pigs to come. Drop some into the hole. And they're going to be on their way. So there's those here. I'm going to grab the gold over here. And some down here. And just continuously drop those into the hole. And the last final one over here. This is just the beginner one. This is just the beginner one. You're going to go over here to the other side. And there might be pigs over here. Right now there's none. We'll see if I break these blocks. It's just the same thing over here. The blocks are in the same places. So I'll grab those. What am I doing? Turn those into gold. And you can go back to your pigs, which are trading right now. Drop some into there. And now you can go and start looting your chests. So here's a chest over here, and you can place a block like right here to prevent them from coming up. I think it's right here. Yeah, right there. Because if there's any other stray pigs, this is what I'm talking about when I just do not loot very fast. Like I learned how to control shift and everything, but it's just way too slow. You can go over here, place a block. I believe it's right. I already have the block. Okay. Oh no, it's right here, I think. Right there. And I know there's gold behind, yeah, right, these stairs here. I think it might be in the same, the other part. Like right here. Yep, there's gold right here as well. So that's some extra gold for you. And you have, oh, see, here's one over here. And then you already have that blocked up so he can't get to you. And now that that's done, you can go straight back to your pigs. You can break this block right here so you can get the trades and everything. Drop some more gold in there. I already have my pearls. And now, typically if you're trying to find your fortress and you're in a treasure bastion, there's a magma spawn over there. So if you use your E-ray, you're likely just to attack that one over here. And so you're going to want to get rid of that spawner. So to do that, typically I would, you know, after this you want to sort your inventory, but I don't really know about that stuff right now. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to make right now. But typically you want to be down here. You're going to want to, this is where I first learned how to, what's it called? Pearl hang. So what you're going to do is turn your render distance all the way down. Turn your chunk borders on. You're going to be about one chunk away from the place you want to pearl hang. So I'll be like right here, and there's a chunk right here and the chunk over there. So I'm going to throw into the chunk past this one. So by throwing my pearl, I will not load the chunk at all. See, it's not loading and it's just hanging over there. But you don't see it, but it's just hanging. And with that, I'll be able to go over here, boat down, and I believe there's a spawner right about here. Yep, you can just go right there, break the spawner, and go to your settings or just turn your redundance up. Boom. It loads the chunk where the pearl was, and you get teleported back. Pretty cool. That's one of the cooler techniques I've learned in speedrunning, and this is about a 6-minute Bastion, 6-minute Bastion. You can also loot the ones down there. I didn't go down to loot, but you can go and loot that if you need extra gold. I'm not really going to show that, but this is the beginner one I learned, which is less riskier. It's less riskier, but I think you also you also lose less pigs. Like you see that one right there. Like you probably could have got that one if I do the intermediate route. I could probably try out that one as well. That one's the more difficult one. So we're bridging up, and for the enemy, you want to break this block. I think it's more like I'm not sure, but I think it's the intermediate routes for like saving. It's for like saving your It's for like saving your blocks. I think. For like when you have less blocks. Oh, I already messed up. Okay, let me redo this. So you're gonna have your 2 gold blocks here. Crafting table. You're gonna take 1. Would you turn to gold? This one you're not gonna make any helmet or anything. So let's see. You're gonna wanna have freehand for some of your stuff. Drop some gold for them so they're distracted. And here you're gonna have to. Oh no. Do the typical stuff. Block yourself up. And this is where the difficult part comes, because you want to connect this rampart, but you want to get the pigs over. So I think it's, let's see, you place a gold block, break, drop. So drop. They're not. I'm not doing this correctly. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I've been trying to do the intermediate route. I cannot do it at all. Do I have footage of me doing it? Holy, like it's actually difficult. Oh no, he's gonna shoot me down. He's gonna shoot me, okay. Okay. Let me see if I have some footage, because I've not been able to get this at all. But yeah, that's pretty much my speedrunning process so far. That's everything I've learned within like what 4 days with like me practicing, like I guess maybe like 2 hours per day. I never really went too in depth on everything. I'm trying to just finally get to my first speed run, because you know that's what speedrunning is about. But I also don't I want to make sure I know a decent bit before I do that. Yeah, thanks for watching. You should like, you should subscribe, or don't. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.